Hello and welcome back. I'm Dyslexic Gamer and you're here for another episode of the Riftbreaker. In this episode we're going to start our alien research, do some repairs on the base, and hopefully survive the next brutal wave. So let's get started. Alright, what's going on here? Why are these not functioning? All that this had used up, maybe? But let's I think it's time to start that research. 35. That is not. Oh, okay. Maybe they take a second to spool up, it looks like. Oh, and I'm gonna need water for that too. I believe the alien research tower requires clean water, so I'll have to deal with that once it's finished. First I need to repair. There we go. And we have water handling, I'm sure. Let's get over there.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available.
Okay, we've got all the necessary technologies downloaded. This building requires a supply of clean water to operate. It would be best to place it close to a pool of mud or sludge that we can filter.
Alien Research Laboratory construction in progress.
Fantastic. I can't wait for it to be built. This building is going to open up a whole new range of possibilities for us. If I had a base like that on Orion, I wouldn't have lost my arm back then.
How did that happen?
I got careless while searching for anorix crystals. I found a fascinating growth anomaly that was transforming all of its surroundings. I've never seen anything like that, so I had to take a sample. I was shielded inside a recon suit, but when I grabbed the crystal with my hand, it just went through it. My entire arm was infected.
Why didn't you use a bioscanner to take the sample?
They only work in conjunction with a lab like this. I didn't have a base on Orion or a mech suit to build one.
I am sorry to hear that, Ashley, and I am glad that we got paired together. I will not allow something like that to happen to you.
Aww.
Okay, let's not get too emotional about that. If you look at it from a different perspective, I got an enhanced biomechanical arm replacement and I still got the sample.
Alright, let's see. What else for research do we want to do?
Completed.
Definitely want that. Oh, burning up resources. They should be done by now, right? I'm stuck. Oh, 20 seconds, okay. Pan the Sentry bioscanner. Definitely need the self-repair droid. Once this is done, we're going to start our first outpost, hopefully. Not sure if there's going to be an attack before we can leave, or how that works. Oh.
A new alien research laboratory construction finished. We have to supply it with clean water to keep it operational. You can produce clean water by placing a pump in any type of liquid and delivering it to a water filtering plant for processing. Connect the output from the water filtering plant to the alien research laboratory using pipes. Research completed.
Yay! So we gotta give it a second.
Finally!
There
The
we go.
Alien Research Lab is operational. We can start gathering research samples and scanning the local flora and fauna. We can use the bioscanner to begin collecting samples without destroying the environment. It's the safest and most efficient way to advance our research. This is so exciting! We can finally start working on the thing that we came here to do.
Ashley, don't forget that our primary objective is to establish a two-way portal back to Earth to enable human colonization of Galatea 37.
That's true, but we also have to study this planet to ensure that it is safe for colonization, and to minimize the damage done to the local ecosystem by future colonists.
Minimizing damage to the local ecosystem is listed at the end of the official list of priorities of this mission.
I'm the only human on this planet. I can set my own list of priorities.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available. Research completed.
Need to finish their argument. Come on, guys. I'm gonna build that stuff.
Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Crafting completed.
Now we got repair drones. Soon we'll get shield drones.
The planetary geomapping procedure is in progress, calculating coordinates for possible rift jump locations. The process will soon be completed. Orbital scanner geomapping procedure finished. We have gathered a lot of very useful information about the planet and found traces of rare elements in multiple locations around the globe. One of Galatea's continents appears to be a barren desert that has been scorched by intense radiation and very intense solar activity. These harsh conditions are most probably caused by the high condensation of radioactive elements like uranium or thorium. Our scans have located a safe rift jump location for an initial scouting mission.
Yeah, but you haven't given it to me yet. Come on, come on. Dude. Are you gonna...
Gaining
Okay,
access
still
to
won't let me go
uranium
there.
would allow us to construct nuclear power plants and some heavy weaponry. This should make surviving on Galatea much easier.
The second interesting area is densely covered by acidic clouds of unknown origin. Spectral analysis detected traces of palladium scattered throughout this geographical zone. I have marked a safe rift jump location for initial reconnaissance on the orbital scanner interface.
Yay, jump time.
Rift jump successful. Environmental scanning in progress.
The natural background radiation in this area is very high. It would kill most living organisms from Earth.
My standard radiation shielding can withstand these levels of exposure without any damage. However, if the background radiation is so high in this area, then we can expect much more intense sources of gamma particles. These could pose a serious threat.
The protective atmosphere is also very thin in this area. UV radiation from the sun could pose a real threat. No wonder this area looks like a desert. We'll have to improve environmental shielding on our structures before setting up a larger outpost in this area.
Ashley, We should gather more data about this area. We can later use the readings from my sensors to develop improved radiation and UV shielding for both my armor and our structures.
Okay, let's try to scout as much area as possible to feed your sensors with enough data.
Titanium has been detected in a large zone of intense volcanic activity. The orbital scanner has been providing some strange readings from this area, with temperatures ranging from 800 to 100 Kelvin. On top of that, it is entirely impossible to get any sensible magnetic field readings from this area. We were able to find a safe rift jump location within the volcanic zone. However, you should expect extreme environmental conditions.
All of these locations contain extreme environmental hazards and unknown species of creatures. We should upgrade our equipment as much as we can before venturing out into these new biomes.
Ashley, you've placed this structure on quicksand. It is going to slowly sink into the sand. We should research extra stable floor tiles so we can place them over quicksand to prevent sinking. These green crystals are emitting a lot of gamma radiation. Try not to stand too close to them, or they will damage my armor.
Our sensors are indicating large quantities of tanzanite within the cacti specimen.
We can use tanzanite as a catalyst for production of high-energy weaponry and equipment. It would be great if we could gather large quantities of this mineral to create something useful.
A broader arsenal of weaponry could undoubtedly help us survive against all these new hostile species. Let's start researching tanzanite handling. Fascinating. Look at this creature. It has a very dense and thick carapace, yet it moves very swiftly over sand. We should study this species further.
I can sense a few of these creatures in this area, but this won't be enough to gather samples for research.
Let's pass this creature's characteristics to the orbital scanner and look for a location where we can find more of them.
Affirmative, Ashley. We should have some results available shortly. Orbital scanning completed. We found a location that looks like a breeding ground for the Stregoros species. We can go there to study it further. Ashley, I'm detecting a new species of creatures that have very unusual movement characteristics.
That sounds very interesting. The creatures in this biome are unlike anything that we've seen before. Let's go to its suggested location and try to learn more about it.
Lots of dialogue. Oh, I'm out of mines. Okay, well. What was that? That was different than the one we've seen before. Hey.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. Research
So let's see if we can do that.
Environmental scanning completed. We've gathered enough data to start developing advanced UV shielding and radiation shielding in the alien laboratory.
Mr. Riggs, I think that we can use the natural background radiation data that we've just gathered to filter out the naturally occurring radiation within the desert dome. We can use the orbital scanner to search for even higher condensations of radiation to pinpoint a possible location for extracting nuclear fuel necessary to finish constructing the Rift Station.
Affirmative, Ashley. We should have some results available shortly. Orbital scanning completed. Ashley, we've detected a new area within the desert biome that can potentially contain higher condensations of radioactive elements. I have marked its location on the orbital scanner interface.
Excellent. We should go there as soon as possible. It would also be good to have the radiation shielding research finished before going on that mission.
Alright, let's get those started. And not forget to move that to the bottom. HQ.
It's good to be back at HQ. I feel much safer here.
Ashley, remember that we can travel between planetary locations using the orbital scanner interface whenever you are ready. You can also check our list of objectives on that screen.
Okay, Mr. Riggs, let's check to see if our base is...
Warning! Seismic anomaly detected.
I feel the ground moving below us. It's not a typical earthquake.
Warning! Energy blast incoming!
What is going on? Where did that light come from?
The light flash resulted from a sudden energy eruption, and the earlier seismic anomaly must have been caused by an enormous object moving deep underground.
Did the earthquake cause the flash? That's quite unusual. Mr. Riggs, can you locate the source of the energy emission?
Affirmative, Ashley. I have marked its approximate location on your map. It is very close. Please maintain caution when visiting that site.
Cool. Alright, let's see. I would like to do some upgrades, which means we could upgrade our main base.
Many of the more advanced buildings require a lot of cobalt to be built or upgraded. There's not enough of this resource in this area to cover our needs. Mr. Riggs, can you calibrate the planetary scanner to search for more cobalt?
More importantly, get some other
Affirmative,
stuff
Ashley.
online.
I'm starting the scanning procedure right now.
Oh, and that incoming wave is like going to stop us from actually leaving again, so perfect.
Warning! Hostile creatures are closing in on our base. Prepare for an attack. Orbital scanning completed. We have found a new planetary location that is rich in cobalt deposits and would be perfect for establishing a new cobalt mining outpost.
Excellent. It's even located within the tropical zone, so it should be more hospitable than the other areas of the planet that we visited. Let's go there as soon as possible.
Alright, that's all the time I have for this episode of the Riftbreaker. I'm Dyslexic Gamer. I hope you have a good one.